Hi, I'm Keith McCullough, and welcome to our book club, where I'm excited today to talk about one of my favorite books, one of the founding principles of Hedgeye, really one of the founding principles of my macro process. So this is called The Misbehavior of Markets, A Fractal View of Financial Turbulence by Benoit Mandelbrot. I learned a ton from this guy, if only learning what not to do. It's an alternative to what you would call establishment economics. It's certainly an alternative to how people think about markets relative to economic data. And a lot of the things that he subscribes to, what you'll note in this book, have a lot to do with where we've gone in other disciplines, specifically in physics, nature. Again, it's quite surprising, but maybe not so much, that Wall Street hasn't quite figured out how to look at the misbehavior of markets quite the way that Benoit Mandelbrot has. Now, I'm not saying that you have to completely adopt and implement what it is that I do or what it is that my research team does, but at the end of the day, the way that he depicts reality versus the path forward, I think, is right on the screws. Markets are complex, economies are complex, they're complex ecosystems, but our goal is to simplify the complex, not by making it easy. Finding a 50-day moving average in the market is easy. If that was the way forward or the way that you could have predictive value, everyone would do it. You wouldn't have to work. So again, this is a complicated subject matter. And what fractals do, and again, applying those fractal patterns, and again, thinking things through on an irregular, jagged basis, that's much better than what the current intelligentsia on markets and economics is telling you to use. Just to give it, maybe a critique, I'd say that it's at a high level. You can't just wander on into this book without a high school education or anything like that. You have to have some grip on calculus or some grip on physics to be able to at least start to engage with a very high-level thinker who's well out there ahead of people with what I think will be the standard by the time I'm long gone and dead. I mean, the amount of dog years that I have in this book is embarrassing. I mean, in other words, the amount of learning that I've had, and again, I've relearned this book many times. This is somewhat of a Bible to me. I have it on my desk. I've relearned it, study it over and over and over again, dig into certain things that he's said that I didn't pay enough attention to before. There's a lot here. So you have to really self-teach using this book. And in as much as that's a critique, I think that that's a really exciting component of any book. It's where you're on the frontier, you're learning what you didn't know, and all of a sudden you're starting to learn things that you know that other people haven't even considered. So again, to me, that's a great book, one of the best books I've ever read.